Zayn responds to Niall's album Sales diss.
Ariana Grande's awkward wardrobe malfunction on stage.
And does Kim K have another sex tape?
Ooh, all that and more on today's rundown. Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Hollywood Rundown. I'm your host, Vivian Fabiola, here with Emil for the first time. I'm on my tippy toes because I'm a little short.
So tall. We have so much to talk about today, especially with Zayn.
And some dissies going on.
He has a lot to say.
We have that on today's episode. But let's kick things off with Bella Hadid, who finally, you guys, is moving on from The Weeknd. That's right, love is in the air for our favorite models. Not only Bella Hadid, but apparently Kendall and A$AP Rocky are also going strong. After a successful New York Fashion Week, Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner are keeping the good times going all over Europe. Bella may finally be getting over The Weeknd because she was spotted with a rebound. On Monday at a London Fashion Week party, Bella and Kendall attended Love Magazine's Fashion Week party, and Bella was seen flirting with a mystery guy who is reportedly a photographer. A source revealed, saying, quote, they were whispering to each other at various points throughout the evening. Okay, Emil, when people are whispering at each other at a party, it just means you can't hear each other because there's probably loud music. But you know what? Good for her if she was acting flirtatious. I feel like it's time we need to let go of that Weeknd relationship.
Yeah, we're all over the whole Bella Weeknd thing. She's clearly stated that she's moved on. She still cares about him, but it's an ex, so they're in the same circle, so of course they're gonna interact. But I don't know if anything is necessarily going on here. I'm with you, like the music party last year. I'm like, delete that picture of me. I don't know. We'll see, though.
We'll see. But you know what? Love is not only in the air for Bella, for Kendall, too.
Yes.
And yep, well, Kendall Jenner was also spotted the next night going into a hotel room with her unconfirmed boyfriend, A$AP Rocky. So it's safe to say there's nothing rocky going on with her, right?
I see what you did there. All right, so Ariana Grande is still killing it on her Dangerous Woman tour, but on Sunday, disaster struck. So during the show in Manchester, New Hampshire, she suffered a major wardrobe malfunction. Luckily, nothing was exposed, but she was prevented from singing and dancing as planned. She was singing her song every day, and when she attempted to take off her coat, you have to check this out.
I have a question, Emil.
Yes.
Why does Ariana Grande wear these huge jackets? I tried to pull that off and it didn't work. I just look weird.
They're so cute on her though. She has like those tiny arms. But I love that even like when she was dealing with the malfunction, she was like still trying to like dance and sing a little bit. So I don't know. I love her so much.
Poor Ari. At least like something didn't pop out. At least it was just she couldn't take the jacket off.
She's a professional though, because you know I've had a wardrobe malfunction or two here on Clevver, and you haven't seen it, but it's happened. And you know I try to keep it professional, but it doesn't really work out.
And Emil, apparently Simon Cowell and Niall are teaming up. Well, they're not really teaming up against Zayn, but Zayn is responding to their subtle diss, and he subtly also did it. As you know, former One Direction member Zayn has had ongoing beef with musical mogul Simon Cowell since he split from the group, and Simon has now dissed Zayn over his low debut album sales. To what I knew, I thought he sold great, but I think we're talking about UK album sales.
A little bit of a difference.
Okay, so if you're not aware, the UK has a popular trivia show called The Chase, hosted by 56-year-old comedian Bradley Walsh. In 2016, Bradley dropped his debut album called Chasing Dreams, a collection of classic and original swing music. To Bradley's surprise, he actually beat out Zayn's 2016 debut album, Mind of Mine, as the highest-selling debut album in the UK for 2016, selling 100,000 and going gold. In response, Bradley told The Guardian, quote, I just laughed when I found out. I thought it was hysterical. I am probably the oldest new artist Sony has ever signed. Niall was sending me messages, laughing his head off, and I got big congratulations from Simon Cowell. He thoroughly enjoyed it. Why is this diss to Zayn? Well, probably because they're comparing his album sales to Zayn's album sales. And Zayn, of course, is not one to keep his mouth shut. You and I know that.
Yes.
So he then tweeted some cryptic messages. For example, it's an unjustifiable joke, but it's all good. My life is great. Now, was he really, basically trying to respond to them? I don't know, but I do feel like it's a little mean to make fun of his album sales because he did great here in the US.
Yeah, I just love that he kind of just brushed it off and then turned into like this huge thing and like really like lash out at Niall or lash out at Simon or even lash out at the artist who wasn't trying to start any drama. But it is one of those things where it's UK, it's different than the US.
Right.
And I think that's what he's saying, like my life is good, like I'm still a well-known artist, I'm still successful. And
he's hot.
moving on, Demi Lovato stopped by the Ellen show today and looked incredible, by the way.
She is looking better and better by the minute.
She is so hot.
Is it the long hair? What do you think
I
it
don't
is?
know what it's the long hair, just everything about her. She just seems more mature and just, I don't know, she looks great right now. But she's talking about everything from her MMA fighter boyfriend. She talked about her night at the Grammys and how awkward it was to walk the red carpet in a see-through dress while being accompanied by her dad.
Okay, that's weird.
You have to-
You know what? I've had those experiences where I have to wear something very sexy in front of my dad and I'm just like trying to cover up. It is a little awkward, but
well, like you have like a little see-through through your dress, but like hers was all see-through, and you have to see her reaction talking about it because she's just so adorable.
How did your dad feel about that?
He said he approved, but I don't know if he realized it was see-through. So
He never realized that was see-through?
I don't know. We didn't talk about it.
Well,
She then went on to talk about her losing, because this is her first Grammy nomination, but she lost to Adele. And then
Wow.
she makes a joke about Donald Trump and like the Russians.
He's like, but my mom was like, you know that Adele is gonna win this. I was like, thanks, Mom.
yeah.
Way to stay positive.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, elections are crazy,
Yep.
and so I thought maybe I have a shot.
Yeah.
I was praying that the Russians were gonna pull through for me.
I see.
And then she went on to talk about her MMA fighter boyfriend and how hard or not so hard it is to date him.
Don't you get nervous when he's in the ring?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that would be so hard to be with someone who is, but does he mostly win?
Yes.
But then you feel bad for the person he's hurting.
I don't feel bad.
No?
Nope.
I don't know, Viv. Demi Lovato, like you said, she's looking better than ever. She's so, there's just like a genuine spirit about her when you're watching her. She's so relatable. I just want to...
she's growing up and she's so hot. What do you think of the boyfriend? We don't know much about him, but...
I don't like to, because I feel like I prejudge a lot.
Yeah, okay.
And you know, I will say she seems very happy. And you know, she's happy.
I'm still dwelling on the Wilmer Valderrama.
They were so cute.
And speaking of judging, Emil, the next topic we're definitely both gonna judge. So Kim Kardashian finally speaks out about this alleged second sex tape, which you probably heard of this entire week. Everybody's been talking about this second sex tape. With who is what I was wondering, with Kanye West or anyway, so she finally talks about it and she denies that there's another sex tape out there. So as you guys know, the rumor that another sex tape is floating around the internet starring Kim Kardashian West basically went trending all over Twitter. And in fact, people are saying that it's the same tape as the one from before. Now, the tape in question that people are saying is her second sex tape shows a woman who looks a lot like her posing on a bed in lingerie while a man films her. And well, if we really think about it, I feel like this has also happened to Kylie Jenner. There was like a little mini clip floating around Twitter where it looked like she was riding a boy, but it wasn't her. So it's like an easy mistake to make when someone looks like Kim Kardashian. But, so she's saying, and her reps are saying that it's not her and that a second sex tape does not exist. So for all of you that were trying to download it, it's not Kim Kardashian.
I mean, and why were you trying to download it in the first place? You have seen
What do you
everything.
mean? That was like the most sold sex
I
tape
get that,
ever.
but we've literally seen
Well, yeah, we
everything.
have. But they wanted to see like an update.
I can't. What is the
With Kanye.
post-pregnancy?
I don't know.
What do you want to see? She's shown it all.
All right, guys, well, that's a wrap on today's Daily Hollywood Rundown. But honestly, I want to know, because I couldn't pull it off. But what do you guys think of Ariana Grande's oversized jacket trend going on?
And also, I have to know, do you really want to see another Kim K sex tape? Because I don't.
Let us know in the comment section below, or you can hit us up on Instagram at VivianFabiolaV and
At Emil Ennis Jr. And we will see you guys tomorrow.
bye.
Click left to see if J-Lo is moving from Drake to Harry Styles.
Or click right for the insane amount Selena Gomez spent on The Weeknd's birthday party. And then, of
Ooh.
course, subscribe.